Good morning. Oh, this is a big day. We can do better than that. Good morning, Monarchs. Good morning. What a day this is going to be. What a week it's been. The excitement you can feel all across campus, all across the footprint of the Sun Belt Conference. We are so excited that each and every one of you took the time to come to the Priority Automotive Club today. You know when it's at the Priority Automotive Club, it's a big event, and yes, indeed, this is an event and a day that will go down in Old Dominion University history. I'm Ted Alexander, voice of the Monarchs. Just to give you some housekeeping how today will work, we will hear from our distinguished panel here. We will offer you folks an opportunity to ask questions if you like afterwards. For the media, for television, at the end of our procedure here today, we will take you outside into SB Ballard Stadium for one-on-one interviews, and for our print folks, we'll have Zoom interviews over there with the panelists here. So let's get up and running, and first of all, again, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules on a Thursday morning to come out here and help us celebrate a milestone day for Old Dominion University. Our first speaker is Bruce Bradley. He's a 1978 Old Dominion University graduate. Bruce Bradley was appointed to the Board of Visitors in 2016 and reappointed to a second four-year term in 2020. He currently serves as Rector of the Board of Visitors. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Bradley.
Thank you, Ted, and my role is to welcome you all. This really is an historic day, and I was telling somebody earlier that I have not spoken to anybody who has expressed anything but excitement and enthusiasm for what's going on, so it's terrific. I want to tell one quick story. Does everybody know who Eddie Rosario is? No, some do, some don't. Okay, you'll see how this ties in just a minute. So Eddie Rosario is a baseball player. He arrived with the Atlanta Braves in July of this year. And in a short 4 months, he's become the hero. And he was in the National League Playoff Championship Series against the Dodgers. He had 14 hits in 6 games, and that was a record that was set by him. No one in Major League Baseball has ever done that before. So in this brief 4-month period, Eddie Rosario has become the MVP. Now, why do I bring up Eddie Rosario? Brian Hemphill arrived here in July of this year, and in the short 4-month period that he has been here, he also has become the MVP. And if you think about the event that we're here about today to celebrate, it's a home run, or a slam dunk, if you will, maybe even a 99-yard football touchdown run back, or a hat trick. However you call it, it really is a spectacular time for Old Dominion. So, President Hemphill and his able sidekick, Wood Selig, have made this all happen so successfully. And so I just am delighted that Brian Hemphill, our new president here, is our Eddie Rosario MVP. And so thank you very much, and I'll turn it back to Ted, and again, welcome.
I'm not Ted, but I am Wood Selig. I'm the athletic director, and I'm here to introduce President Hemphill, a.k.a. Eddie Rosario. But no, we have a lot of support in the community. We have a lot of fans, a lot of donors, a lot of season ticket holders. But in 4 months, we have not had a bigger supporter of ODU athletics than President Hemphill. And we would not be here today without his decisive leadership and quick action. So please join me in welcoming the 9th president of Old Dominion, Brian Hemphill.
Thank you. Let's give Ted a round of applause. Have a great deal of appreciation for him. He's someone I would never want to roast me, I tell you. He's pretty good at it. I'd also say let's give Wood a hearty round of applause. Great deal of appreciation for Wood. Since becoming the 9th president of Old Dominion University, one of the things that's been so clear to me about the people. The people are so amazing, and it's what makes ODU so special. And I'd like to start by introducing a few of them to you today, because I tell you they're at the heart of the success of this university. I'll begin with Bruce Bradley. I will tell you that being here and having the opportunity, the privilege of working with him as our rector. Not only does he take my calls early in the morning, sometime before or after his swim, but he also takes them late at night as we're discussing sometimes really important issues for this university. I have so much appreciation for his dedication, his leadership, and his love for ODU. Let's give Bruce a hearty round of applause. Thank you so much. I'd also like the members of the Leadership Council to please stand. All of our vice presidents and deans that are with us. If you're here, please stand. Do we have any of our deans with us? I'd just like to say to all our fans, I know we have donors, we have students, we have supporters, we have the press here. When we talk about the faculty, we talk about the faculty being the heart of an institution. But the individuals that you see standing before you, they are truly the soul of this institution. The time, the effort, the energy, everything that goes well with this institution starts and ends with these individuals right here. Join me in giving them a hearty round of applause. Greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. You know, we're joined together today for what is a historic occasion for ODU athletics. And we're here because of the talent that we see around this room and those that are in class and other places right now. It starts with our talented student athletes, our dedicated coaches, our incredible staff, our generous supporters, and our avid fans. Our avid fans that told me for the last week what we need to do on social media. Our fans are really clear about what we needed to do, told me time and time again. But I will tell you, when we think about the success of our student athletes, historically on this campus, we won over 30 national championships, something that we have to be proud of. But it's really all because of the great coaches and the support that we have around us. I tell you, we have successful student athletes, and we have them that are leaving this institution and becoming strong citizen leaders. Because all the players, the coaches, and the staff in athletics, could you please stand or raise your hands? All of our student athletes, our coaches, and our staff. If you're sitting down, please stand, please stand, please stand. I want to personally thank you for all of your contributions, all that you're doing on behalf of our students, all our students that are here, all that you do every day. We know how tough your job is every day as a student and an athlete, but you're truly cultivating champions, champions in competition and champions in life. Thank you all for all that you're doing. Let's give all our staff, our student athletes a round of applause. Wood Seelig, our athletic director. When I was named president of this institution, I will tell you that I had people that are in the world of athletics reach out to me from all across the country. Because I've been pretty involved in athletics dating back to the early 2000s at the University of Arkansas. And I will tell you, I heard time and time again, oh, Wood, he's brilliant. Wood, he's an amazing fundraiser. Wood, he does it the right way. Wood really believes in what we do in college athletics. Wood supports the institution. Time and time again, I heard so much about this man. And I will tell you, having the opportunity to be here since July 1 and talk to him, debate with him, have great discussions, I will tell you, I have found every ounce of it to be true, and I'm truly proud to call you my AD. Let's give Wood a hearty round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. I'd be remiss if I did not take an opportunity to acknowledge Conference USA. You know, being in this conference for Conference USA for nearly a decade, I will tell you that as we think about the opportunity from moving from FCS to FBS, they opened an important door in the journey for this institution. And there are a lot of long friendships that have been developed, because I knew some of these individuals before I went into the conference, but also just when you think about just the long-standing relationships that our coaches and our athletic staff have with members of Conference USA. It was not an easy decision, but we knew it was the right decision. But we will always have a place in our hearts for our friends in Conference USA. Let's give them a hearty round of applause. Next to our commissioner, Keith Gill. We truly want to welcome you to Monarch Nation. Let's give Keith a round of applause. Yes, indeed. And today, we certainly know that within the Sun Belt, we're gaining a family of fierce competitors. We understand that. But we also want the Sun Belt to understand that very much you're gaining an institution and an athletic program that will bring a championship effort in the classroom and in competition every day that we suit up, and we're excited about that. So it gives me a great pleasure to bring Commissioner Gill to the Monarch Nation, and also the opportunity to introduce you to ODU tailgating. I heard about ODU tailgating, and I will tell you, until you experience, you don't really know what they're talking about. It is pretty special. But to say the least, a warm welcome from the Monarch Nation to you, Commissioner Gill. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So today, we make our official announcement of becoming members of the Sun Belt Conference, effective no later than 2023. And we pledge a smooth transition for our coaches and our student athletes. We pledge our continued excellence in our athletics as well as our academics. And we also pledge to build upon the proud championship tradition that this institution has. And I would say we're also very excited about the Sun Belt East and the opportunity to renew some old rivalries and also continue some rivalries from across the region. And that's truly special. So I say to each of you, welcome to a new era in ODU athletics, and go Monarchs. Thank you.
Thank you, President Hemphill. Next to our commissioner, Sun Belt Conference Commissioner Keith Gill. When he was named Sun Belt Commissioner in March of 2019, Keith Gill became the first African American to be named commissioner of an FBS conference. Prior to joining the Sun Belt, Keith Gill was Executive Associate Commissioner for the Atlantic 10. He played football at Duke, graduated in 1994, got his master's from the University of Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commissioner of the Sun Belt Conference, Keith Gill.
All right, this is wonderful. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Certainly it's been a whirlwind process, but I certainly just owe so much gratitude to President Hemphill and all of his hard work getting us to this point, and also to my good friend Wood Seelig. I'm go back a long ways with Wood, so those conversations were easy because I knew him and we had a great rapport. And when I look out, I see so many friends. I mean, obviously the basketball staff I've known for a really long time, and also Daniel Bell and the women's staff. And so it's great to see so many familiar faces and be back in Virginia. So, but I want to officially announce on behalf of the Sun Belt chancellors and presidents and our athletic directors, just that ODU has accepted our invitation to the Sun Belt Conference, and we are excited to have you as our newest member. And we certainly couldn't have gotten to this point without Wood and also Dr. Hemphill, but I also want to acknowledge Bruce Bradley, the rector. So we know these decisions are board level and presidential level decisions. And so without your great work and the leadership of your colleagues, we certainly wouldn't be in this point. So thank you so much. I also would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the Sun Belt leadership. So our presidents and chancellors, our athletic directors, and particularly Kelly Danfus, who's the chancellor at Arkansas State, and he's the president of our league. And he's worked hard in this process of realignment that we've kind of worked through as a conference. And so I do want to take a moment to just acknowledge him and recognize his good work. So it's really interesting. So when we started kind of this process of realignment, our goal was to find institutions of value. So we knew that we've got 12 members, we've got 10 football playing members. We knew our core members were strong, and we felt really good about that. But we wanted to add schools that could bring value to the Sun Belt. And as we did our analysis, it was really easy to see that ODU would bring value to the Sun Belt, and they would make us stronger. And today, I just want to announce the Sun Belt got stronger. We got stronger today with you, and we're really excited to begin this next journey with you as part of the Sun Belt family. So welcome to the family. It's also, in just thinking about President Hemphill's remark about the competition academically, athletically, you know, acknowledging the 28 team national championships that have been won here by ODU. 3 of those in women's basketball and 1 of those in men's basketball. Men's basketball has been to 12 NCAA tourneys. So that's an exciting part to add to our conference. And then obviously the women's basketball program is one of the most storied programs in the country. And you think about some of the greats that have come through here, like Nancy Lieberman, and I had the opportunity to get to know her because her son TJ played basketball at Richmond when I was the athletic director at the University of Richmond. Ann Donovan, and obviously also Ticha Pinachero. So all graduates from OU, all giants of the game. And to think about bringing that history and that tradition into the Sun Belt, we are so excited to have that as part of our legacy going forward. Creating the regional opportunity. So you heard President Hempel mention that. We really are excited. The East is going to be beastly in the Sun Belt. It's not, there are going to be no easy games in any sport, but we're really excited about that. You know, that's what this is about. This is about competing at the highest level. This is about games going down to the wire, and this is about having fun regional rivalries that fan bases can get to in an easy way, and that fans are familiar with the institutions, and that's what we'll see in the East, thinking about Coastal, thinking about App, Georgia Southern, Georgia State. Some of those are teams that obviously played in the CAA, so it's renewing some rivalries as well, and that's going to be really, really a tremendous thing. So, as I said, you know, we got stronger today, and that's what this is about. We are thrilled to have ODU joining us as a conference. When we think about sports across the board, obviously your baseball program was just a national seed, and number 1 seed kind of in that regional. Well, we're traditionally a baseball power. We traditionally have multi-teams in the NCAA tournament as well. So we're really excited to get that integration. We certainly have grown, and from a baseball standpoint today as well. So this is a tremendous partnership. It's a great day for the Sun Belt Conference, and we're really excited to see all this enthusiasm in the room. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support, and go Sun Belt and go Monarchs.
Are we going to distribute the swag now or after you speak, Wood? All right, after. I gotta wait. Now my pleasure to introduce to you the Director of Athletics at Old Dominion University, Dr. Wood Selig. In his 12 years here at Old Dominion, he's instilled the championship effort mentality in all of us, whether it be on the field, in the classroom, or in the office. It's a mantra that we live by every single day. We celebrate that effort with this announcement today and Saturday, when 186 student athletes will be recognized as having made the Dean's List at halftime of the football game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Director of Athletics at Old Dominion, Dr. Wood Selig.
Thank you, Ted. And no celebration would be complete without Big Blue or the Spirit Squad. So how about a hand for... You know, we've all had those days where we wake up with a little more spring in our step. We're supercharged, we're psyched for what lies ahead, and we're raring to go. Well, today, for all ODU fans, that is one of those days. I know I woke up feeling like Tigger this morning. I was bouncing around. So how exciting is this announcement for all who love and support ODU and ODU athletics? This is where a good round of applause would be, because this is a great day. This is an ironic story. The athletic department meets every month throughout the year as part of our effort to communicate effectively, to grow our program, to show support for one another, and build a cohesive and tight-knit department. It's ironic that 4 months ago, we set our calendar for this academic year, and we selected October 28th as our meeting date for the entire athletic department this month. We typically have a guest speaker each time we meet with the athletic department, but true story, we had not identified a guest speaker for this month's meeting until today. We have the rector, the president, and the Sun Belt Conference commissioner co-presenting to this month's all-staff meeting. So how about that for irony? I don't know how we're going to top that going forward. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of recommendations that we drop the mic. This will be the last all-staff meeting we ever have, and we will just move forward. Before I go too much further, though, there are some individuals that I must acknowledge and thank. First, I want to thank all those within ODU who truly stepped up to make this conference opportunity possible. As I indicated, President Hemphill is certainly the superhero in all of this. As we watched the conference realignment dominoes that started with Texas and Oklahoma, everyone knew within college athletics that it is going to hit you at some point. It's like the tsunami that's out there, and you're just waiting to see what's going to happen and how is it going to impact you. Well, we were certainly very nervous, but I tell you, one person who was calm and just totally composed, that was President Hemphill. And it was his leadership and decisive action that has led us to where we are today. So President Hemphill, again, we really appreciate your leadership throughout all this. Thank you. And of course, our Rector, Bruce Bradley, as we indicated, Commissioner Gill, no decision of this magnitude does not go without going through the board. So our Rector Bradley really was fantastic through all this as well. So I want to thank Bruce Bradley as well. Thank you, sir. And I tell you, a genuine unsung hero who's behind every move that this university has made and will continue to make is the ODU Chief of Staff, Ashley Shoemaker. You really have been so instrumental and helpful in everything we've done so far. I appreciate it. We love working with you, Ashley. Thank you very much. Some members of the ODU athletics staff. Bruce Stewart, our Deputy Athletic Director in the back. Raise your hand, Bruce. Bruce was the tour guide earlier in the week when the Sun Belt came to check us out, so to speak. So you also have Dr. Jason Chandler to my right. Dr. Chandler, thank you. Jason oversees all of our media and coordinated everything that we have going on today. So thank you very much. Eric Bohannon, where is Eric Bohannon? Over there. Eric Bohannon, Sports Information Media Director. Thank you very much. I know Harry Minium did a lot of research and behind-the-scenes analysis. Harry's over there in the corner. Thank you very much, Harry, for all your help. Tina Price is our Creative and Social Services Director. Tina, you did a great job. Thank you for all of your help. Eileen Graham, my assistant in the back, really helped coordinate and keep this going. Rick French, where are you, Rick? Rick did a fantastic job getting the room set, reserved, making this possible. And Ken Brown, Nicole Turner from our business office, they're running all the financials, making everything possible. Thank you all as well. And finally, I would like to thank Commissioner Judy Macleod of the Conference USA office. It was Commissioner Macleod's visit as the Deputy Commissioner of Conference USA in 2013 that led to a CUSA invitation for ODU and the opportunity to elevate our program from FCS to FBS. The years in the CUSA have been most beneficial and enjoyable, and for that we thank all those associated with Conference USA over the past 8+ years. But now it's time to turn the page and move on. And so you may say, well, why now? Why this move? And for me, there were 5 compelling reasons that made the move to the Sun Belt Conference the perfect move for us. Number 1, student-athlete welfare. That will always be at the top priority of every decision that we make and every move that we make. The move to the Sun Belt Conference will allow for closer within-conference competition, which means less travel, which means less missed class time, and less wear and tear on our student athletes physically. Additionally, this move involves the teams within Conference USA while not affecting those teams outside of Conference USA. So, for example, field hockey stays in the Big East. Our rowing, our women's lacrosse stays in the AAC. So it is very neutral for teams other than those who currently reside in Conference USA. So for our student athlete welfare, this move made all the sense in the world. Number two, excellent competition. The Sun Belt is proving to be the best football conference among the group of five, so our football team should benefit tremendously. The Sun Belt Conference in men's basketball has outperformed Conference USA in 4 of the last 6 seasons in conference power rankings. So it's an elevation for the men's basketball program. Sun Belt baseball is one of the top leagues nationally, with as recently as 5 years ago crowning a national champion in baseball from the Sun Belt Conference. So there is a path to national championship, national prominence through the Sun Belt Conference. And I love the fact that the men and women's basketball championships are held in Pensacola during spring break. Who does not want to go to Pensacola during spring break? So really like the competition and the location that we get to travel. And speaking of that, it's the third reason, fan-friendly. I mean, really, that is so important for all that we do, because without the fan support, what we do is, while it's not meaningless, it certainly does not have the same excitement and energy for our athletes and our coaches. So this is fan-friendly. As President Hemphill alluded, we have heard the community loud and clear. The common theme has been a desire to be in a league that has more regional focus, recognizable teams that are supported by really strong fan base. That makes all the difference in the world. When you have two schools that both have great fan bases and they get together for competition, you can feel the energy, you can feel the excitement. That is what college athletics is all about. So in the Sun Belt, we are joining a group of institutions with great fan bases that are regionally located for us that will really supercharge our fan base. So this day is coming. The Sun Belt Conference is going to be hyper fan friendly, and we hope that it will spur greater community interest for season ticket sales and ODAF membership. Number 4, the Sun Belt Conference is a league of compatible institutions who are making a solid and genuine commitment for athletics, starting with their student athletes, coaches, and staff, as well as their athletic facility infrastructure. If you look around at the Sun Belt Conference member institution facilities, you'll see a number of new football stadiums, basketball arenas, baseball complexes, and more. There's a genuine desire across the league for national prominence. Sun Belt schools are making the necessary commitment to be nationally relevant in all sports. There's also been an outpouring of support. I know I've received it from fellow Sun Belt or future fellow Sun Belt Conference athletic directors, and I'm sure President Hemphill has felt the same camaraderie among the CEOs of Sun Belt Conference member institutions. So it really is a league of compatible institutions and individuals. The fifth and final reason, ESPN presence. That is so important in what we do to brand the university, to get the message out for ODU. A 10-year ESPN deal that offers literally a game of the week for football on one of the ESPN linear stations, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, a basketball presence that will carry all league games on one of the ESPN platforms, as well as major ESPN presence for all Olympic sport regular season and championship competition. I promise you, I don't think I'm going to hear what I have heard quite a bit the last several years. I don't know where to look for ODU games on TV. I can't find ODU on TV. Well, now just go to ESPN and you can find ODU on TV. So that is the one location, the leader in college sport, ESPN, and Keith Gill and his group in the Sun Belt Conference have forged a long-term, solid partnership with ESPN that will really enhance ODU's national presence. So this is a bold move by ODU and the Sun Belt Conference, and it has become public, and here are a few of the comments that people have sent to me. I told my family and friends this is the league I hoped we would go to. So great job, congratulations. This is a great day for ODU athletics. Another comment, it is homecoming for me. ODU was in the Sun Belt when I was a student. The league rocked then. I can't wait to rejoin the Sun Belt Conference. Another one, thank you for finding us a home that we can be successful and take the next step. And then lastly, from an athletic director in the Sun Belt Conference, he sent me last night, I sat on the Sun Belt Conference Expansion Committee, and we really thought adding ODU would bring a championship caliber athletic program and university to the league. So finally, both the Sun Belt Conference and ODU have grown tremendously since we were last together from 1982 to 1991. And I know all Monarch fans look forward to growing much more together in the years ahead. So thank you all for attending, and thank you all for making this possible today. Ted, I'll turn it back over to you, and we'll get some photo ops. Yes, some photo ops.
Before we get to questions, we've got some photo ops with some toys here, but I think the bottom line on this day today is the Sun Belt Conference, the Fun Belt, just got a lot more fun. Well done, Monarchs. Well done, gentlemen. Let's take some pictures and see some toys.
You know, Big Blue just always has to get in these pictures.
Can we get one with that photographer standing in? Thank you.
Hang on, photographers.
Fabulous.
We want to switch this up a moment, and we want to extend a few gifts to our new commissioner. And this is you're going to change that. All right, change that.
There we go.
Our coaches will know what this is. This is an ODU letter that we give to our graduating student athletes upon their completion of their career at ODU. So we want to give Keith Gill an ODU athletic winner, a letter as a letter winner for us.
Now, if anybody has any questions for our panel of four, we've got a couple of moments for that before we break it out for one-on-ones for television and for the print media. We'll do a Zoom call for that. Any questions before we adjourn for the day? Big Blue, anything? No? Okay. Very good. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming out. Thanks for being a part of an historic day for Old Dominion University. And let's get into that Sun Belt Conference, and let's go Monarchs!
Thank you. Same for you, sir. Eddie Rosario. Eddie Rosario, I tell you. I don't know.
Right with you on that. That's what they're doing.
It's fabulous.
Do you think we want some photos in front of this to slide this out of the way?
Yeah, we would. We would.